Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show for Truth Matters. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, beginning at 1 p.m. Central, as I get to ride home with you in the afternoon. It's always such a fun ride. You can find us on the radio at icradio.media. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, Abundant Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast on thenewscasters.com. Continue sending emails, by the way. It just really makes my day. You can send an email to donna@donnasedge.com. Donna@donnasedge.com. I have with me, I call her Dina, but she's Waldeana Johnson. And she is with, wears a lot of hats. And she works for an accounting firm. And she, right now, what we're going to talk about is a fundraiser. Or actually, I don't know if it was a fundraiser. You guys actually help more people out than, it's like every time I turn around, you're helping the community. What's it all about?
Well, for the last 8 years, we have been taking products over to the Gaston Regional Cancer Center for the patients who are enduring their chemo and radiation treatments. And what it is, it's a big tube of body cream from Mary Kay and a tube of lip moisturizer, because no matter what type of chemo or radiation treatment they're going through, their lips and their mouth get dry. And of course, whatever parts of their body from head to toe, they can use the body cream because it is dermatology tested for extra sensitive skin, and also because it is it's fragrance free, so it can be used by men, women, and even children. I was really just knocked off my feet when I found out that there are families where a child and a parent both are going through chemo at the same time in the same household. And that just, it touched my heart. Plus my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2005, and she did her treatments there. They were exceptionally nice to her. It was amazing. She did have some burns, but she healed up, and she had no evidence that there was ever any burn, no evidence at all. So that is why I'm so passionate about it, because I know that the products work. The staff there at Gaston Regional Cancer Center, they know that the products work. So every year when we call them and say, hey, we're going to do this again, they get excited.
They do.
We really appreciate Dr. Kevin Lee. He's the new owner there. He's been the owner there for about a year and a half now. And so he and his staff, they are exceptionally nice. The desk clerk, Kelly, and the director there, Taylor Powers, he is unusually nice. And we just appreciate them for even allowing us to come in and bring these products so that, we can be a blessing. But it would never happen without sponsors like you and Mr. Phil and everybody else that sponsors this project. It is amazing. And this is the biggest response that we've ever had. We've never had as many. We walked in with 10 baskets. 8 of those baskets were for the patients. And as a courtesy, we gave 2 baskets of products just for the employees and the owners.
That's amazing. So how did this whole thing start?
Well, it started again because I had a passion for, because of what my mother had gone through. And when I found out that there were, husband and wives and sometimes a parent and a child going through that at the same time, I just wanted to do something. So I prayed, and the Lord gave me the idea. And so I reached out to them to see if it would be okay if we brought products in, and they embraced the idea. And this is 8 years running, 8 years. And so, and we're excited because this is, the year of new beginnings. And this is the first opportunity that we've had to have someone like you to not only sponsor this show, but to air this show, to share it with the world. And we're exceptionally.
We're happy to do it. I'm just glad we met, and I'm glad to see what you do in the community. But sometimes we don't think of just the simplest things. We've got our health, and we're doing fine. But with someone, I remember when I had my son, I was in labor 36 hours. My lips were parched. And just for somebody to put some lipstick on or some gloss or something on me was a relief. And I can only imagine with cancer, it's 10 times what I went through, which would be nothing. but just to have your lips feel good and not be cracking and that kind of thing, that's such a relief. Again, it's the simplest of things that you guys are doing. We definitely appreciate you doing that. Are you ready for one of the videos?
Sure, go right ahead.
Okay, let's go on ahead and then and we'll talk about this when you come back in. Folks, you're going to be able to hear all the voiceover and everything.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. We are here at Gaston Regional Cancer Center in East Gaston, Alabama. We just delivered the products that were provided by our sponsors for the patients who are going through their chemo and radiation. And we want to take a second just to acknowledge our sponsors. And I'd like to give a big shout out to my firm that I work for, Accounting Complete and Payroll Complete LLC, with David and Lisa Chappell, Susan Stow, our managing CPA for the Gadsden location, Gina Stevens for the Hoover location, our Vice President Corey Potapowicz, and the entire team there. Thank you so much for all that you've done, all that you do all the time, and may God remember your kindness forever.
Absolutely. That's just an amazing thing that you work for a firm like that, and that and Mary Kay Cosmetics, let's say something about Mary Kay Cosmetics for just a couple of minutes, because they're a frontier of skincare. I know Mary Kay Ash, and she passed away. But anyway, did she start in the garage of her house or something? It was something like that.
Yes, she started in the garage of her home. She did, and the history of her, how her business evolved, and it was a God's given gift. She did pray, and God opened up that idea to her, and then they had a suite in a building of I think where the multiple offices or whatever, and she talked about how they would have to go up and down the stairs or whatever, but they would go out even on their lunch break and deliver products to people who couldn't get away from work to come pick up. And she and her son, her husband, and they were the three that started from the beginning, and it just grew from there. And she was an amazing woman. She was a believer, had a true love for God, but she also had a true love for people, because she wanted to bring something of value to the table for the community. And now she's on every continent on the earth. Yes.
I would like for you to talk about some of the skincare products you have, because when someone has cancer and they go through chemo and that kind of thing, their skin just dries out for a period of time. What are some of the products folks can use that would help even after the chemo?
Okay. One of the things, which is the tube of body cream that I was talking about a few minutes ago, is called Satin Hands. And even though it says hands, it's not just for your hands. It's for your entire body, even your face. Some people don't use the other Mary Kay products, to cleanse and moisturize their face. But the Satin Hands you can use on your face as well as on your feet and everywhere in between. So no matter what type of chemo or radiation that a person might be enduring, this body cream is perfect. But if you get the set, it also comes with a scrub, like a hand soap. It comes in a pump, a bottle with a pump, and it doesn't take much of it at all. It sprays evenly. And it goes in and moisturizes your skin very, very well. But it also comes with another cream that has a deeper moisturizer with it, and you can apply that as well. So I always recommend people to get the entire set. It's only like $36, but it lasts for months. And the thing about buying good products is that it doesn't take as much. You don't have to use so much of it. So the value of it. Some people will say, well, $36, that's $40 with tax, But for the benefit of it and the length of time that it will last, it's worth that and then some. I use it. I use it all the time. So.
And you're not buying water as an extra ingredient. And that's another thing I want folks to understand, because when you're paying a lot less for a product, you're getting less product, way less. So when you consider that, you're not buying water. It makes sense.
Yes, it does. It does. And not only the Satin Hands, but we have what we call it's like a shea butter body wash.
Oh, I love shea butter.
You love that? I'm glad you like it. But that body souffle, it is amazing what that stuff does for your body. And I use that more so in the wintertime than I do in the summer, but I do use the satin pads all the time. We have other body wash and moisturizing body wash and body lotions. It's called the 2-in-1. That is awesome. A lot of teenagers, a lot of people buy for their teenagers because they can shave their legs and everything with when they shower. With any of it, of course, you can, but that especially it works exceptionally well for teenagers. And there's 2 or 3 different scents that appeal to young ladies, so that's a great thing. But the shea butter body wash and scrub and souffle can be used by men or women because it doesn't have a feminine aroma to it. It just has nice, clean, fresh, crisp scent to it, and it doesn't interfere with your fragrance. If you use fragrance on a regular basis, it doesn't interfere with that at all.
I would think also a man who is going through chemotherapy, whiskers that come on their face and that kind of thing. What would be the best thing for them to use to help with skincare as well?
I'll be honest with you, we have a men's facial wash. We have a complete line of men's skincare, especially for the face. We do have the facial wash. We have the shave foam. We have the aftershave gel. We have the advanced hydrator, which is a deeper moisturizer. And then, of course, we have the advanced eye cream. Because a lot of gentlemen, they work long hours, and so they get a little puffiness underneath their eyes, or they see signs of a little of crow's feet trying to appear. And this minimizes all of that. It minimizes it. But the products work exceptionally well for men who are going through chemo because, again, all of these products are dermatology tested for extra sensitive skin. So if your skin is, kind of sensitive while you're going through chemo, it's not going to cause any type of outbreak or irritation.
Absolutely. Let's go into a commercial break. We're going to be right back in just a minute. Man, time flies when we've got you on the show. Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant.
Because of your overwhelming support, our 1488 MyPillow has been one of the biggest sales in MyPillow history. I couldn't think of a better way to say thank you than to extend our wholesale pricing through Christmas. Get a classic standard MyPillow for only $14.88. Upgrade to a queen size, just $18.88. King size, only $1 more. Get my body pillows for only $29.88. And ready? Multi-use My Pillows, only $9.88. It's perfect time to stock up for Christmas gifts for everyone on your list. Go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our wholesale pricing, including my classic standard My Pillows, only $14.88. But that's not all. I'm so confident you're going to love our classic My Pillows that I'm going to extend my 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st, 2025. Plus, orders over $75 ship absolutely free.
At Liberty Bank, we're all about community. Whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need, toys at Christmas, or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462. We're back. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, beginning at 1 p.m. Central as we get to ride home with each other. Mary Kay is all over the world. And so I'm so glad to have Dana Johnson with me right now. I wanted you to go on ahead and mention, how can folks get in contact with you if they would like to have a fundraiser or maybe a Christmas party coming up or, whatever celebration? How can they get in contact with you?
Okay, I could be reached at area code 256-622-4751. And if they just need to order some products, they can find me at Mary Kay /W Johnson 9064. That will take you straight to my website.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about this fundraiser you guys did when you helped all these awesome patients. And again, I don't know how to say thank you enough. Thank you for doing that. My grandmother had cancer. My grandmother, it was jawbone cancer right there. They had to take half her jawbone out. This was in the 1960s. They said I was about a year or two old, something like that. And she was a beautiful woman, just absolutely beautiful. And they were concerned what she would think, will this make her depressed? Will it, whatever? And they said that she's had a really good attitude about it. And she said, so that's all you got to do? You just got to take that part of my jawbone out? That's it. And they said, yeah. She said, then I'll be cancer free. And I said, yeah. She said, well, then do it. And so that was her attitude. And then my granddad had cancer in 3 places, his stomach and a part of his stomach and his lungs. He was a smoker and his pancreas. And he almost had the same attitude. It was just attitude going into something. But I'll have to tell you, when you are feeling depressed and when you are feeling the gloomiest, and somebody comes in with a special present for you like you guys do, that's going to raise your attitude.
Yes, it does. It does. And that is another reason why we try to do this project every year, is because we know that it is an uplifter. Because when we speak with the staff there and Dr. Kevin Lee and the director, Taylor Powers, they tell us how much the patients appreciate it and how
Mm.
much they come back with reports because they see the results, of course, on their bodies, but they also hear the things that they say. And so they were telling us how much the people really appreciate these products. So again, it would never be possible without our sponsors. It there's no, I mean, I could donate a few products on my own, but there's no way that we could do it at this magnitude without people like you and Mr. Phil and all of the sponsors, the people. And it's not just sponsors here in the Gadsden area. I've got sponsors all the way from California to North Carolina to Malawi and the Gambia, Africa. It is amazing the support that we have received. It's amazing.
Well, it's because they know you're doing the right thing. Let's go ahead and show another video. This is with you kind of making preparations in your home to get started with this. I love this video. We'll be right back in a second.
Good morning, everyone. We are here at my home, gearing up to go over to the Gadsden Regional Cancer Center. We will be delivering products that have been provided by our sponsors for patients who are going through their chemo and radiation treatment. Thank you so much to everyone who sponsored.
I've got to ask you a question. How do you are a decorator apparently. How do you do this stuff? I can't tie. There was a reason I didn't have a daughter. I can't tie a bow. So, I mean, how do you do this?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. This gives me a great opportunity to acknowledge the people who support me because I can't tie a bow. I tie a bow tie, and no matter which way I do it, it's going to look sideways. So I have a friend, Wes Markina, who owns Westmar Florals of Gadsden.
Uh-huh.
He does my bows for me. But this year, because he also works for Ferguson's Florists here in Ocala, Ferguson's Florists wanted to donate some things, to help us. So they donated the plastic to wrap all this stuff in, and they donated like 5 bows. So he was the one that tied the bows. So it's still his work. And then Benny Campbell and his wife with Ocala Florists, they wanted to contribute like they do every year. Mm-hmm. So they made us a couple of big, beautiful pink bows. And so that is who does that work, because I simply cannot tie bows. I just can't do it.
I bet you could because you're very talented. Again, I can't do it. But anyway, all the power for people who can. I appreciate the thoughts of that, making that happen. But, so how many baskets did you guys have?
We actually had 10 baskets total. And 2 of them were, we wanted to do something courteous. We did it last year, a couple of years before that. We wanted to acknowledge the workers there, and the employees, the staff, because they are the ones who serve these patients. So we put a couple of baskets of products together just for them, just to say thank you.
That's nice.
And so they embraced that, and they were, they were so appreciative. But we're really appreciative because they allow us to come in and do this and load them up, and they hold my baskets for me. I never go back and get them, but they stack them up. He said, "We still got your baskets from like 5 years ago in the closet there. At some point, I'll probably get them, but for right now, they're in good hands. So I'm not worried about it."
Let's go ahead and point to the other video, and this will actually show you at the facility. So we'll be right back in just a second. Everybody, take a look.
Hello, we are here this morning at Gadsden Regional Cancer Center. We are so excited to be here again, thanks to our sponsors, that we are able to provide products that will help patients while they're going through their chemo and radiation treatments. We just ask God to bless you tremendously. We want to thank Dr. Lee and his staff for allowing us to come in and just be a blessing. So thank you, everyone, for everything. Wow.
That's beautiful. An array of beautiful pink baskets. That's absolutely beautiful.
And thank you so much. We appreciate the opportunity, and it's a privilege, it's an honor to do something like this, but to have the support to actually make it come together. We appreciate the sponsors because it would happen without them, without you all. It just wouldn't. There'd be no way. And then I've got people like my friend Linda Hurd, who helps me all the time, but she went
Uh,
over to the cancer center as well. We put pictures out on my Facebook page. Maybe I should have shared that to your page, so that people can see. But she and my executive regional director, Tanya Satcher, they were the ones who carried me over there, and they did all most of the hustling and bringing things in while I was running my mouth with the director. But it's an honor. And then we even had a couple that wanted to donate some cups. These are like Yeti cups, and they had them custom designed for
oh,
breast cancer patients or whatever. And we had a box of like, I don't know, 6 or 8 was in the box. And
wow.
so wrapped it up real pretty and pink and put a bow on it and carried them over there too. And they were just tickled to get those. And they were looking forward to handing them out to, patients that they knew were actually breast cancer survivors. Yeah.
A little bit over 3 minutes left in this segment. And I would like to talk with folks about Christmas coming up. And some people, I don't know why you do this, but some people think, well, Mary Kay is just for women, but it's not. I know women, there are so many products for men.
It really is. And, even when it comes to like fragrance, we've got 7 different fragrances for men. And, I like them all. I like them all. And I know that every man's chemistry is different. And sometimes, when men, they've used the same thing for a long time, they don't really like a lot of change or whatever. So that's where, wives, mothers and girlfriends or whatever come into play to encourage them to try something different. Because all of these fragrances smell wonderful. They smell wonderful. And so again, we've got the body washes and stuff, and some of the fragrances come with the body wash that accommodates that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's awesome to just get a nice little gift to give, a man with the body wash and the fragrance combination. And we, I can put them together through my gift service. Just put together a nice little gift, and they're not expensive. They're not expensive. And your husband or your man, he's worth something. He's worth something extra. And just like women, I mean, I have, of course, more men customers that order gifts than I do women, but I always look forward to serving all of them because we've got like 9 different fragrances for women, and then sometimes a man, he might want to spend like $200 on a gift basket, so that gives me the liberty to not only include body wash and perfume, but also, especially if it's a lady that orders lipstick and everything from me, I already know what they like. So I create a nice basket, and they come and pick them up. And so far, I've not had anyone that said that they didn't like their gift or that the recipient didn't like it. I've not heard any negative things yet. So I'm sure it might happen at some point, but I hope not.
Well, if someone is buying, I wanted to ask this. So if someone is buying a gift for someone and they don't know lipstick shades and colors and stuff like that, and they just get a gift certificate from you, could they just buy a gift certificate?
Well, I don't do gift certificates yet, but what I usually do, if it's someone that doesn't really know how to order something like that for their wife or their mother or whatever, I said, do you have a picture of her in your phone? And they text the
Great
picture.
idea.
I can look at it. I can look at them, and I can tell what would be becoming and befitting for them according to their age or their complexion or the color of their hair or whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And personality.
What kind of guarantee does Mary Kay give?
I mean, it guarantees its product 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You can't beat that. But you ask questions, so you get it. I mean, you'll ask the right questions, so you'll know what the customer would like to have. So again, if you'd like to get in contact with Dina, all you have to give her a call. What's your phone number?
It's area code 256-622-4751. And if you just want to go to the website, you can find me at Mary Kay /W Junction 9064. I look forward to hearing from you.
Absolutely. And thank you for everything you do. Absolutely. I'm so glad we're friends. Absolutely. And thank you guys so much for watching. We could be doing anything else, but you're watching us on Donna's Edge Talk Show. You can send an email, continue doing that, Donna@donnasedge.com. I look forward to seeing you next time. Dana, I look forward to seeing you next time as well.
Thank you.
Everybody hang in there. We'll see you next time. We're back from the commercial break. Thank you guys so much for watching Donna's Edge on IAC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You may find us on television too. Channel 182 Charter Communications and Abundant Televisions, syndicated, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. We're back with Dina, and I know there's a lot of folks that have really helped you compile this and get this ready and get this all set. Let's talk about some of those folks and a little bit about their business if you have time.
Okay, absolutely. I'd like to mention my personal assistants first, beginning with Linda Hurd, whom you've met. Linda is awesome. She comes and helps me with any type of project that I have going on, be it Mary Kay or anything else. She's an awesome lady, a wonderful person, and she's a go-getter. And she's brilliant, and so she has some wonderful ideas, and I'm grateful for her. But also my executive regional director, Tanya Satcher from Jacksonville. She don't mind driving up here to go with us, help us load up and go over and present these products to the Cancer Center. She's a wonderful support. I'm grateful for her. Also, my partner in my gift service, Exclusive Gifts and Designs, Eric Freeman and his wife, Sharon. They are wonderful people, and they go far and beyond to help me bring these things together. And I have a couple of other cousins and friends that come and help, but I am grateful so much for my sponsors, beginning with you and Mr. Phil, Donna's Edge TV talk show. Thank you so much, Donna and Mr. Phil, for being willing, first of all, to take the time out to go through these pictures and video clips and whatever, but to bring something so valuable to our communities. You are such wonderful people. I'm so glad that our paths have crossed in my life. I can't even begin to tell you how much of a blessing you've been to me, but you're being a blessing to so many other people. And with your show being internationally syndicated, it is just awesome. And I just want to thank you for what you do. Also, my boss, the accounting firm where I work for, Accounting Complete and Payroll Complete LLC, David and Lisa Chappell, they're the sweetest couple. They have a heart for people. They're compassionate. They're tenderhearted, toward people that are going through whatever. And Susan Stiles, she's our managing CPA. She's a partner in the firm. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman. And Gina Stevens, she's our managing CPA for the Hoover location, because we're multi-location. And our vice president, Corey Potapowicz, and the entire team, just the entire team. I'm grateful for them because they support me, they back me up in whatever I do, and they're always my biggest sponsors. So I'm grateful for them. Also, I'd like to mention the UPS store here in East Gadsden, Alabama, with Jerry Womack and his daughter, Jerry Trim. They have the most beautiful atmosphere there in their UPS store. And when I reached out to them and told them what we were doing a couple of years ago, they said, absolutely, we're going to sponsor. And so they have been sponsoring every year. I'm grateful for them. They have an awesome business. So if you're in need of anything like that, just go to the UPS store in East Gadsden. They're number 7036. That's their store number. Also, I'd like to acknowledge, I promised them I'd read Exchange Bank here in Gadsden and Atala. Oh my goodness, it is unreal what they do, and they have a heart for the community as well. So they are wonderful people to do business with, but to also partner in something like this. So I'm grateful for Exchange Bank. Also, the Hardaway Funeral Services in York, Alabama. Judge Eddie Hardaway, he's the circuit judge down there, and he's been sponsoring for the entire time for 8 years. He's been one of my biggest sponsors as well. He's an awesome man, and we thank God for what he does, not just for his community, but for ours. And so he's been a big sponsor. Also, On Time Fashions. It's a men's store in Oxford, Alabama, with Mahar Babbitt and his son, Samuel. They are some wonderful people. I've been doing business with them since my son was a little boy. I've been buying, clothes for the men in my family from them for, oh my goodness, 40 years. 40 years I've known them, and they've always been gentlemen. They're a wonderful atmosphere there. on Quintard Boulevard, just as you go over the bridge there out of Anniston into Oxford. They're right there on the left. So they're easy to find, and they're wonderful people to do business with. Also, Wellman and Sons Funeral Services. Clayton Wellman. Our families have known them for years and years and years. Even my grandfather knew his grandfather, and he's a wonderful man. He has a heart for the community. He's a big sponsor. Also, Arlene White out of Panama City, Florida. She's a big sponsor. She's just always had a heart for this. So the first time I reached out to her, she embraced it, and she's been doing it every year. Thank God for her. Also, um, excuse me, Carpenters for Christ. Carpenters for Christ. They're home based here in Ocala, and their church, Cherry Street Baptist Church, they sponsor as well. So the church and the Carpenters for Christ, they do an awesome work. Carpenters for Christ go over the whole United States building buildings for churches and ministries and other type of facilities. They are a wonderful group of men to know. I would not. I can't even imagine doing anything without their support. So I thank God for them as well. Also, Friendship Baptist Church in Ocala with Pastor Tyson Burwell and his wife, Lady Mashonda. I grew up in Friendship Baptist Church here in Ocala. That's where I grew up in that church. And so I have a special love for them, but they have a special love for this project, and they've been sponsoring every year for several years. So we thank God for them as well. Also, Good Shepherd Funeral Home in Montevallo. And their leader there, Apostle Calvin Meadows, he just passed away a couple of weeks ago. As a matter of fact, he passed away the day before we did the presentation. And we hated to hear that because he didn't get to live to see this show, but hopefully his wife and staff there, that they will see the show and they will know that we have acknowledged them, and we're sorry for their loss. But he was a wonderful man to know. He's a wonderful man to know. And his wife, Lady Beverly, she's a sweetheart. So I like to mention House of Prayer number 2 in Marietta, Georgia. This is my brother. This is my third oldest brother, District Elder Ricky Wise and his wife, Lady Deborah Wise, and their congregation. They've been sponsoring for 8 years, and I'm grateful for them. I appreciate all that they do. They are wonderful people to know, and not because they're relatives, but because the congregation there, they're lovely people, and we thank God for them as well. Also, Mount Zion Full Gospel Church here in Ocala. Oh my goodness, Apostle Harold and Elder Grace Kimball. They're the pastor and the first lady there. They're awesome people to know. I've known them for years, all of my life pretty much, and their congregation. So they've made a great impact here in Ocala. We're grateful for them. Thank God for them and for their support. I mentioned Payroll Complete already with Accounting Complete, but Peterson's Art Studio in Indianapolis, Indiana, with John and Barbara Peterson. And Barbara Peterson is she's really the artist, and it is amazing the beautiful work that she does. So if anyone wants to reach out to her, please let me know, and I'll give them her website and cell number, whatever. They can reach out to her, but she does some beautiful work. Pardon me, having to look down and read because I can't remember them all by heart. But Prickett Construction, Steve and Jean Prickett here in Ocala. It is amazing the support that they have given from the beginning. 8 years, and I'm grateful for them. They're beautiful people to know, just sweethearts. They really are, and they've been some of my biggest sponsors all along. I thank God for them. Also, Rainy Mortuary in Birmingham. Thank God for John and Tamika Rainey. They're wonderful people to know. They have a heart for the community. Aside from the type of work that they do, they just have a heart for people. And so we thank God for them and for their support. Also, Rick's Discount Drugs, Rick's Pharmacy here in Ocala. They're on the lower end of the building with Johnson's Giant Food. And they've been supporters and sponsors, oh my God, again, for 8 years. So we thank God for them. And the previous owners, even, they were supporters. So Scott and Kelly Cornelius are the owners now. And so Scott and Kelly, we just want to say thank you. We love you so much. Um, the Tent Diva with Letha Laster, she tents like windows, not just on cars, but on
Oh,
homes and commercial buildings.
uh-huh.
Oh goodness, she is amazing, and she's an awesome supporter. I just love Lisa. She is a doll, and she is a hardworking lady. Oh my goodness, but she has a heart for the community. And anytime I reach out to her about any project, she comes she comes to see about us. So we thank God for her as well. Ventures Event Center here in Atala with Willie Sales and Margaret. What's Margaret's last name? I think Margaret Jones, and they own the event center. It's in the central part of downtown Ocala, and they actually gave me the liberty to do my first gift display
Oh,
at their place for the Ocala Heritage Festival a couple of years ago. And I had never done anything like that before. And they buy gifts for me for different occasions or whatever. And they also really sales catering. Oh my goodness, he makes a red velvet cake that just makes your mouth water.
love red velvet cake.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So, and I know I'm rattling off a bunch of names, but I don't want to omit anyone. CFS Medical Supplies, Los Angeles, California. Tara Slaughter and her son Silas. They are my cousins, but they have been supporters from the beginning, and we are so grateful for them. They don't mind. I just reach out to them for everything, and they say, "Okay, just tell us what you need us to do, and we'll do it." And they do it. But they have an awesome business out there. And what I like about their medical supply store is that they can ship to anywhere over the world. They can
Oh,
ship to anywhere. And so they have an awesome store there, and just great people to do business with. But also, it's an honor to just be related to them because they are sweethearts. And also, I did mention Cherry Street Baptist Church, but my cousin Dante Jelks Funeral Services. Dante is multi-location. He has a location here in Gadsden and one in Birmingham, and he has been a sponsor for this project for 8 years. And
mhm.
we are so grateful for him and his wife, Eric. They are awesome people to know, wonderful service that they bring to the community, but also they have a heart for people. And so, first time I mentioned it to them, they embraced the idea and they haven't faltered yet. So I pray that they never do, as long as I can do this or pass it off to someone else. Also, I mentioned Donna's Edge TV talk show, so I don't have to say that again. I do. I would sing it all over the world 10 times a day, but also a lady in Elizabethtown, New Jersey, Jerry Johnston. She wanted to sponsor. She saw something on my Facebook page, and she said, "Hey, what can I do?" And I said, "Whatever's
How
on."
nice.
Yes, you better know it. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And so we thank God for her. Also, in express shipping in Atlanta, Georgia, my younger brother Tommy Wise and his wife Donna, they are awesome. They've been supporters all along, and I'm grateful for them. Thank God for them and for their support. Also, Nights Heating and Air, Nights HVAC with Jamar and LeMay Knight. They are wonderful people. They bring an awesome service to this community through the HVAC company, and they installed my new unit a couple of years ago, and I'm grateful for them. Beautiful, beautiful people to know, and their employees. They're friendly and they clean. They're clean. They come in, did the work, and
Uh,
they're messy. And I thank God for them. Also, Mount Moriah Baptist Church in Birmingham with Pastor Anthony and Lady Janet Jelks. They are cousins of mine as well, but they have been supporters for 8 years. And he previously pastored Lively Hope Baptist Church in Birmingham, and so he just recently became the new pastor at Mount Moriah Baptist Church. So they are sponsoring just like the other church did. So we thank God for them. Also, Mount Zion Baptist Church, East Gadsden, Pastor Zachary Huff. and his congregation. They are wonderful people to know. They do awesome work in the community as well. Beautiful, beautiful, just spirit of people there. Just walking into their sanctuary, you feel the spirit of love there. So I thank God for them. Also, um, On Time Cleaning LLC in Trustville, Alabama, with Stephanie Draper. Stephanie has a cleaning service, and she does anything from commercial to residential. She's an awesome lady. As a matter of fact, she comes periodically and do things for me in my home. After my nephew and I had COVID, she came in and she sanitized this entire house. And I was like, oh my God. I mean, she was like, she cleaned everything around the baseboards and whatever, you know.
You might
So,
want to go ahead and give her telephone number if you have that handy, because the holidays are coming up.
yeah,
Guests coming in, people work. I mean, this person would be a great person to have on your speed dial.
oh yeah, she would. And I can't reach it because her number is in my phone, but I will put it on my Facebook page. And, or if anyone wants to reach out to me through your show, then I'll definitely give them her number because I recommend her highly. And she's been up here several times in the Gaston area and done things for people. I recommended her, and everyone has just bragged on her, just like I brag on her. So she's professional, she's good, and she's awesome to do business with. Absolutely. Stephanie Draper with On Time Cleaning LLC. Also, Pool Financial Services, Capital Choice Investment Company with Jennifer Poole and her husband Mike. I used to be her office manager years ago before I met Mr. Jackson, and actually I met him through them. So, but she's an awesome sponsor. She has been for 8 years. I thank God for Jennifer and Mike. They're wonderful people to know, and they bring an awesome service to our community as well. Also, I know there's several more here, but Pro Turf Landscape with uh, Ben and Nicole Cotton. Oh my goodness, it is unreal. They are the sweetest. They are the sweetest people. I'm just really, I'm so blessed because I really can't call out any names on here that these people aren't somebody exceptional. They really are. And so I thank God for being in Nicole. Everything that I do, everything that I'm doing for the community or whatever, they buy gifts from, he buy gifts, for her and their two daughters, uh, Easter baskets and whatever. So I reach out to them, and they've always been awesome sponsors. So we thank God for Ben and Nicole Cotton with Pro Turf Landscape. Also, the Streams Church, Indianapolis, Indiana. I was blown away. I was blown away. There's a lady, she's a member there. She mentioned it to the pastor, to the leaders there. They embraced the idea and they wanted to sponsor. So we thank God for them as well. The Streams Church, Indianapolis, Indiana. Tim and Susan Reese. Tim is a sports broadcaster for Vol State Community College in Gallatin, Tennessee. And so I reached out to them and they said, absolutely, we want to be a part of this. So thank God for Tim and Susan Reese. Also, just got a few more here. I already mentioned Westmar Florals, the guy that ties these beautiful bows. And but Aflac Insurance Agency here with Rhonda Buckner. Rhonda is a dear. She is a sweetheart. And I reached out to her and told her what we were doing. And she said, count me in. And she's been a sponsor for the last, I think, like 3 or 4 years. So I thank God for Rhonda. She's a dear heart. Also, my medical professional, Atkins Medical Clinic with Dr. Atkins Sonia. And I thank God for him. He's been sponsoring for years. And so he believes in this. He has a heart for people. And I thank God for my physician as well. And his staff. There's some sweet people over there. Let's see here. All Things Pretty with Paul and Keisha Williams. She's event coordinator, event planner, decorator. She does some beautiful, beautiful work. Oh my goodness! If you got any type of event you want someone to decorate, Keisha Williams with All Things Pretty. You can find her on Facebook. Look at the stuff she does, and then she even does like treats and stuff for little kids, like for the birthday parties and things. It's
Oh,
a,
that's nice.
yeah, she's awesome. Also, a couple of people who just kind of wanted to be anonymous, but Antioch Baptist Church, East Gadsden, with Pastor Larry and Lady Cherie Weathers. I graduated from high school with Lady Cherie, and they are sweet people. They're one wonderful congregation of people over there, and they even, lease out their Family Life Center for the community if they want to have some type of, dinner or event or something there.
Mhm.
There's for people. Antioch Baptist Church, East Gadsden, on East Broad Street. Also, I mentioned a Flores with Benny Campbell and his wife. Butterfly Home Care. Oh my goodness, Sophia Lloyd. And I know this is taking a little time, but I'm telling you, these people, if they are willing to sponsor a project like this, I want to take a minute to acknowledge them because again, this would not be possible without people like Sophia Lloyd with Butterfly Home Care. She's been sponsoring this thing for years. And all I have to do is reach out to her and tell her what I'm doing when I'm doing it. And she said, always say, count me in. I'll send you the money. And so I thank God for Sophia. She has a beautiful business there. Birds Catering Company in Anniston, Alabama. Joshua and Chef Alexis Clark. Alexis is the baby girl that I helped raise. She's my and but she is an awesome chef, and I thank God for her and her husband Josh. He's like a master grill master, and they have an awesome business. She's a principal at a school down there. He's a teacher at one of the schools in Anniston, and but they have this service, Birds Catering, on the side. So beautiful work, and I thank God for them. Also, CNS Janitorial with Carolyn Towns. She's been a sponsor for years.
Mhm.
CNS Janitorial, she does a beautiful work as well. And we thank God for her and what she brings to the community. CJ Hill, he's a Keller Williams realtor in Vestavia. And so he's originally from Atala. And I've known him, he and my nephew that live with me, they are best friends. And so CJ has always been a sponsor from the beginning. I thank God for him. Also, there's another one I wanted to mention. Celebrate Recovery Ministry
Mhm.
with
Mhm.
Apostle Eric and Pastor Janice Smith. But Apostle Eric has a book called The Setup, and he gave me a copy of that book. It has been a true blessing. He gives his story, he tells his testimony, and it is a powerful book. And they use that book even in their recovery ministry to help people who are struggling with emotional or addictions or whatever. It's awesome. So we thank God for them, and also Christian Memorial Funeral Home in Pell City with Pastor Steve and Lady Helen Watson. Thank God for them. They're supportive. They have been every year. Oh my goodness, I can't even say enough about the Watson family. He has a brother, Tony Watson, with Watson's limousine service here in Gadsden, and he and his wife Carrie, they're sponsors as well, and they've always sponsored. So I thank God for them.
Mhm.
Also, a couple of more here. I just want to
Just
mention.
about 30 seconds.
Okay, all right. Dwayne Ball. He's the city councilman here in Atala for District 1. He and his wife, Adrian. And
Mhm.
also uh, uh, Councilman Anthony Kyler and his wife, Marva, for District 2 here in Atala. They're sponsors. The Rib House, the Rib Bone with Ed Jones and Trudy Jones. And
Mhm.
also he pastors New Canaan Baptist Church here in East Gaston, and they are sponsors. So just, just a
That's it, girl. We're going to have to go. You got a couple more you can do real quick.
yes, I'd like to mention my team of support. Dean, I call them Team Dina in Indianapolis, Indiana. Jan Stone, Annie Osama, Mother Alberta Westbrook, and the rest of the people there. They support me, and I'm grateful for them as well. But thank you for giving me the time and the liberty to acknowledge these people. They deserve it.
And thank you for everything you do, because I mean, you're making this whole thing happen with your team. So again, thank you for everything you do. And folks, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a super duper awesome rest of the day. Queen City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
I'm excited to announce our Christmas extravaganza is finally here. Get this season's flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. They won't last long, so get them while you can. Our famous My Slippers, they haven't been on sale for over a year. Regularly $119.98, now only $59.98. Our 6-piece towel sets are back in stock with extremely limited quantities, only $29.98. With hundreds of MyPillow products, there's something for everyone on your Christmas list. Bathrobes, duvets, quilts, down comforters, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save on all MyPillow products. For example, flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. Or our 6-piece towel sets, just $29.98. But that's not all. I'm extending our 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st of 2025. Plus, all orders over $75 or more ship absolutely free.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.